What's up, guys? You are on my back porch. It is July and it is time to do another lab. This is going to be the Island Biogeography Lab. Starting here, we have the mainland, and this is where our bubbles or our species are going to start. Now I've got some islands here. I've got a large island that's relatively close to the mainland and a small island, and then another step out, I've got another large island that's farther away, and then a small island that's far away. Large, close, small, close, large, far, small, far. And how I measured these out was just a basic step. Take one big long step, that's gonna be your close islands. Another big long step is gonna be your far islands. Your only real expenditure in this lab is gonna be some bubbles. I got these bubbles this morning at Walgreens for 79 cents. The painter's tape, that's cheapy painter's tape, is about $1, but you don't even need the painter's tape, honestly. As long as you can pace out, take a step out and place the bowls and cups correctly, that's all you really need to do this lab. The last thing that I suggest you have for this lab is a friend, or a nephew, or a niece, or a brother or sister, or your mom and dad, or something to help someone to keep an eye on these islands and see how many bubbles land in each island. This can actually be a lot of fun if you do have little kids in the house, nieces and nephews, brothers and sisters. This can be a lot of fun family activity as well. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to blow bubbles to simulate species being blown off the mainland by hurricanes, other big storms, maybe a shift in wind patterns like El Nino and La Nina, or maybe even ocean currents or something like that. These animals end up off the mainland coast and then are transported out to islands. Island biogeography has to do with the kinds of species that make it to these islands, how evolution goes from there once they make it onto these islands. Because they're on islands and because these plants and animals made it there, so almost sort of miraculously, right, that they ended up on this island in the first place and then they evolved for millennia there on that island, then a lot of these organisms, there's just not very many of them in the first place. They're almost threatened and endangered anyway, just because of the fact that they're an island species. After we do this fun family game, what you're gonna report on the discussion is how many bubbles landed in the far, or the large close, large small, large far, and small far. You're gonna report your data from the lab. Then you're gonna pick 3 islands that have extremely biodiverse plant and animal communities, and then you're going to describe, so it's 3 islands that are the biodiversity hotspots, and then you're going to tell me about 3 threatened and endangered species on each of those 3 islands. So that's a total of 9 species, plant, animal, fungi, anything that is threatened or endangered on those islands. Let's start with this family game and you'll see the concept live. Got one in the close, the large close, nowhere else. Let's see, where will they land? Where will they land? Oh, there's one in the large far, nothing on the small ones. Where will they land? Where will they land? There's another one in the large close. So for my first 3 trials here, I've got 2 of them in the large close island, 1 of them in the large far away island, and even after 3 trials, there's nothing on the small islands. You're going to do 10 trials with the bubbles at least, okay, to figure out what you get. You need to have more data in order to have precise data. So do as many trials as you want, but you need at least 10. Don't forget about your island research. Let's see what you can do. Only 1 bubble.